Boys, we're back at it here with Giggity Style. Welcome, we got Shadow, Graham, Arch, and our end race Boomer. Boomhammer. Qualifying is coming up. Tonight we are on sliders, we are on presets, we are on old school points. Nobody can lock anything up yet. It's just trying to get to that last race and outrace each other next week. So, guys, we're going to have some exciting racing. Just saw these guys do it on a couple customs. We're going back, and you guys know how I love me a road course, especially Mosport up there. But we're going to Atlanta first, and it's going to be some great action, Shadow.
Oh yes, most definitely there, Puddin. It's going to be interesting to see how Jay can do, considering he just locked up the championship for Thursday night. To see how different his car is going to handle them compared to preset to custom tonight when he's racing.
Jake's always one of those guys that's always fast in the name to be said, but guys, we've got a lot of people out there working really hard, putting down some lap times. I know Ed, though, and Roofer were practicing at Canadian. I know they were practicing over at Atlanta. We got Boomer, who is practicing. K-Taddy's what's saying with Xfinity, y'all. Jackson Strong's looking really good. Just saw a little bit of clip on his personal feed. Robbie Vids, he jumped in a party with us early, and it's not very often that you do hear Robbie go silent, but when he goes silent, that means he's got something. He's working on something. So, and we got so many people tonight to keep an eye on. Atlanta, fast, but it is sandpaper. It can eat these tires up, and it will.
Yes, it will. We just finished our qualifying run. I'll go ahead and give you the rundown of the starting order right now. We've got 13 drivers in the lobby. There was 14 signed up. We're still missing one. I'm not sure if he's just missing qualifying and joining here in just a second. But starting on the pole is myself.
Whoa!
Boomer!
Second is T Clay. Third is Bad for You. Jake starting. No. Pendle starting fourth there, right underneath each other. Couldn't see that. We got Woodruff in fifth, Matt B. Dub in sixth. We've got Trey in seventh. We have got Jake starting eighth. We've got D. Smith in ninth. We've got Etho in 10th, Jackson Strong in 11th, Roofer in 12th, and Robbie starting 13th. We are currently missing Habab right now, but he was on the sign-up list, so I'm pretty sure he'll try to join.
Great to see T. Clay starting up there on the front row. Again, guys, he took a little time, took a little sabbatical just the other night, pulled the wheel off, knocked the dust off of it, knocked the rust off his talent, and T. Clay's can be one to be out there, too. We got word that he's driving for Robbie Vids and Xfinity next year, so congratulations to him. Great to have him back. Boomer and T. Clay on the front row. How awesome is that?
I think it'll be all right.
He was talking very highly about you today. He said playing with you here lately, especially on the offline stuff. He said he loves BSing with you and having a good time and talking with you. So
it's definitely fun. He'll definitely make you drive harder.
But I think that's we're just going to leave it at that. There's I don't know if that's irony, but that's something to be watched tonight, guys. But Boomer, you definitely put one heck of a lap down. You were proud of that right there in the pre-race, guys. Couple new names up there. Like I said, T. Clay's back. We got Boomer running good. How do you feel about Canadian Motorsports on a slider? Because I know you worked your rear end off there on the custom, buddy.
Well, for both tracks, preset and custom. I've been, a lot of people, especially Roofer, Jake, I know Woodruff, Jackson, Pendle. Everybody, Trey, Robbie. We've been putting in a ton of laps on these two tracks, and not just preset, not just custom. Because as a lot of our viewers know, Pro League qualifying started today, Cup Series custom at Atlanta. So me, Taddy, Roofer, RKM, Maddie, we were literally up at 10:30, 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock this afternoon running nothing but that. So we've definitely turned the laps here at Atlanta last Thursday, having custom Atlanta here, also custom Canadian tires, so the lap times have definitely been put in. So I don't think with it being presets you're going to see the gap that you would see.
I think you just made the daily with your lap time right there. You said you ran a 29.4.
I don't believe I did.
Well, yes, you were sitting fifth on the daily. T. Clay is sitting eighth in the daily.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So again, you can always go through and tell when people have been practicing by going through and checking off the lap timers and stuff. Going over here to the weekly at Atlanta, NPP sitting up there first. Then Jay Wood, Jake, Woodruff, Trey, Robbie, Fat, Vega. Round out your top 8. So we got 8 of the top 10 for the weekly at Atlanta. And just for last, we're going to jump over here, see what it is all time. NPP.
All right, go ahead and join, guys.
All right, we're jumping in. But yeah, Dan, that is some intense. It's all.
We're going blue screen.
Up and be up on that leaderboard as we're getting ready to join here.
I'll say right now, guys, I'm gonna try my best tonight. I've been like the last 2 days, I've been having some really bad internet issues, so I'm gonna try to at least do my best here tonight.
K Daddy says I'm top 20. That's good enough for everybody, right, buddy? Before I jump in, like he said, he gave us a rundown. Does anybody else need an invite before I jump in?
Nope, I believe we're good.
All right.
Give me an extra one just in case I lag out.
All right, no problem. Let's do that right now, and then we're going to jump in with that. All right.
Here we go. All right. Pull these belts down tight, ladies and gentlemen.
Good luck, Boomer. Good luck.
Thank you
I actually
very
like
much.
this track.
I do too. I love this track. It's fast.
I like it in the trucks. I think it was in developmental or teaser this year. I was really strong in them. I just like this track. It's very good to drive on. If you can find your line.
Teddy's top 20 in esports right now.
Yes, he is. Like I said, me, Teddy, and RKM, and everybody, Roofer, we definitely put in the work.
Boom got the pole underdogs. Yes, K-Taddy says.
Thank you very much.
As you see that right now, you are starting to pull away a little bit. Can't see who that's behind you right now.
I think that's
going
T-Clay.
off. Yeah, I think I'm
that's
going off.
That's
I'm
bad for
still
you.
loading in, so I'm going off of the YouTube
That's
video
RJ
right
Smitty's team right now. Bad for you racing tonight. Going for the outside, man. Oh, look, inside of Boom there, man.
T-Clay's in the 35, so he's dropped back just a little bit, and I think that's right behind Robbie. Maybe they're going to try working together tonight. So, bad for you is on the inside of Boom. Boom taking it down the straightaway. Trey in that green car on the outside. Once again, starting to get to know these cars a little bit better also. They're too wide. Everybody's holding their line. You can't go full throttle. It's not a good idea.
Oh, Trey hit that wall.
Yeah, little contact. No harm, no foul for him.
Woodruff got wrecked, though. That's one of the contenders up there with, I think, 30 points right now.
Oh, and I believe, somebody just went spinning hard. Woodruff got spun around.
That might have been D. Smith.
That was D. Smith in that 08 car, and I do believe, is that going to bring us under a caution, Boom?
It will.
As we can see here, while we were talking about how good this track is, same time as Boom can actually demonstrate this, you got to hit that that bump in the middle of the center of the corner can actually
that bump
unsettle
in
you
turn
so
one,
bad.
It will, as you're going in there, it almost feels like it jumps up, then drops back down again at the same time, like a high bump, then a low bump, so it's kind of feels like it's 2 in 1 sometimes. And if you're already turning that wheel before you get to that bump, it can definitely kick your rear end sideways. So, I mean, you've got to try your best to try to either if you arc the corners, you got to try to stay above it without turning. Wait till you hit that bump, then start turning, or go ahead and start letting out the throttle early. I mean, it all depends on personal preference and stuff. I mean, all right, my teammate up here, Jackson Strong. It looks like he might have took a little bit of pit strategy with 2 tires, I think.
We're going to jump on your front car right here. Yeah, Jackson again driving for Shin Motorsports next year. Boomhauer, I love getting this reverse camera angle on the very first restart, seeing how everybody's going. Ed, though, back there in that 22 car in that black and yellow, changing it up in that T1 white. Normally see that right there. Bad for You's on the inside. Gives a great push. Jake right behind Ed, though. Ed, though, pushing Bad for You. They're all trying to chase Jackson down. Boomhauer pulls to the outside. Jake to the inside of them right now. Guys, we got to go. Wow, look at you guys go, man. Holy cow. There's MPP, like I said, right? Backs out wisely, doesn't go 3 wide in that corner. Jake hits the inside of him, pulls right up behind Boomer. Matt BW back here, he's looking really good. He's on right there on the outside. Trey having a little bit of complications, guys. D. Smith he got wrecked right there, so did Woodruff coming back strong. Jackson Strong 2, 3 wide, guys. Boomer, I think, just touched the wall as I'm on board with Jackson.
Yeah, that draft pulled me up.
Yep, you got to be careful of the draft here. It makes your car tight and can throw it off. Ed, though, to the lead with a push from Jake in the draft right there, I believe. Yes, Ed, though, to the lead. Great to have him back. MPP still pushing Jake. Jake on back of Ed, though. Still with Jackson Strong. He's got Bad For You right on the outside of him. They're going too wide, going through the corners. Bad For You pulls to the inside, hangs Jackson out the right. He is getting freight trained. Jackson went from first and he fell back.
I can vouch.
And that 0-0, guys. So he's got something in store for you all later. I'm not allowed to tell you. I promised him under secrecy codes, but really, he has been practicing on something, and you know he is. He works so hard. You know, one day, in 1 week, he put over 2,000 laps in a couple tracks just to practice. On board with Robbie back here. Looks like he's doing the patience game. We know how he plays it. Stay back, stay calm, save your car, work your way to the front, so Robbie can be looked at. Boomer falling back to the back, too.
Like I said, the outside on the restarts definitely. Oh, suspended Etho spins.
Etho spins. Big wreck. T-Clay into Etho. Boomhauer gets involved. Robbie, I think, got around that. I do not know. Jake to the lead. There it is. There's that weed.
I'm not gonna lie, that is a pretty 22 car there. I like that.
That was definitely a little bit rough there. I can tell you that right now, man. Some hard racing. As I was saying, I don't think it's going to be as far spread out as it was Thursday when the custom Xfinity, because everybody's basically running the same base setup, just looser or tighter. I mean,
what are you talking about, Shadow? What are you talking about? Only Pinky.
Because he's still part of Underdog.
I saw what you put out there on the chat.
Read the comment above it.
Next year.
I can't see that.
He said...
Jackson is underdog right now, yes. But
yes, he's still underdog.
Yeah, Jackson's ready to bring for Robbie next year. That's what I said.
I know, but...
Teddy wants to make it clear.
Exactly.
No, yes, we still... No problem, yeah.
All right, Teddy, I see that. Don't think I'm not watching.
She got straight to the point here, right?
No, Boomhauer, stay out of Lady Bird's butt. She don't like that. As we're going, rack them and stack them, going down to the green flag here. Trade to the front.
Boom!
That would be awesome if you had a dog named Lady Bird. That would be even better, even though we know that was Hank Hill's dog, but that would be pretty cool, Boomhauer, not going to lie.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go that far.
Ed, though, got pushed to the back in that action.
He's wrecking the outside wall.
He's fit to the outside wall. Boomer making some moves on the outside of Robbie. They're 2-3 wide. 35 with T-Clay on that inside. Great to have you back, T-Clay. Trey and Roofer paddling it out up here, man.
I'm telling you now, I'm really impressed with Roofer. He's really come a long way with that wheel he got. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, from standard-wise, it's very hard to actually get a grip of that wheel when you don't drive them a lot.
Okay, Daddy. Guys, we're still 2-3 wide. K-Daddy Boom wants to hear you say it, buddy.
Come on now, man.
Oh, car hard into the wall. I believe that was bad for you in that black car. Again, guys, the more I get to do each of these races, I've got the Cup guys pretty well down, starting to get these.
Trey hard something happened with Trey. I'm not sure. He went sideways, lost it, and just bounced off the wall.
All right, so Boom, what do you sell?
I build trusses for a living. I swing a hammer. Sorry. As we've got MP Roofer taking the stage. We've got Jackson Strong second, Jake third, No Pit Pendle fourth, Woodruff fifth, me sixth, T-Clay seventh, Robbie eighth, Matt B. Dubs in ninth, Edtho 10th, D. Smith 11th, Trey 12th, and Bad For You rounding out the 13th.
All right, guys, we appreciate it. We got a lot of people out there in the YouTube world. K-Taddy, obviously, Shadow, myself. Thanks for everybody out there. We got 9 people watching. Robbie keeps talking about it all the time. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. We're up to 286, I think it was. Robbie said he would say it on air. His favorite trademark line, if we could get it up higher.
287, actually. We just got
287.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. So that's awesome. So let's get it up there. Jake and Boomer onto the pole. Jackson Strong and MP Roofer behind him. Racked and stacked. Let's go green flag Xfinity racing out of Atlanta, boys. Jake pulls down right there. Boomer right behind him. MP Roofer gets into Jackson just a little bit. MPP right behind him. And Woodruff in that 93. There we go. We see that 07 Robbie working his way back up slowly. That 35 of T-Clay making a move to the inside. He looked real fast. Ed, though, he said, I led some laps earlier. I got mixed up. I'm coming back for that lead. They're going 3 wide. Very, very tensely, guys. They look at that. Very little contact. Look at, oh, my goodness. They went 3 wide for 3 rows. That was like a salute right there. 3 wide for 3 rows, guys. That was absolutely incredible. MVP on the outside of Boomer. Ed, though, to the inside. Jake starting to pull away from this just a little bit. T-Clay to the high side. Looks like I can't see who that white car is on the inside as I'm flipping through, trying to keep it on one car because everything's so tight knit.
That was
holy cow.
Either it was Roofer on the inside or Jackson, because they're both back there. I think.
Yeah, 99 Jackson. 00 is Roofer. So yeah.
It looked like Etho got a little under. Boom there was looking in there, coming out of 4, decided to just stay back behind him, try to get that draft. So Jackson doesn't get out too far ahead of him, so they got to run him back down.
Yeah, well, people got to realize they have to check up. As Ed just pushed me up in the Pendle.
Bad for you. Gets involved. Gets involved. Big spin, but empty Roofer around. Gets in there. Oh no, Roofer, Ed though, and bad for you.
I just watched Bad for You, and it's on stream. He literally just drove through that whole wreck.
Woo!
He slowed down and let everybody go.
This track is so fast and there's so many different lines, and we've been able to prove that. But if you attack that wall or get just a little upset your car just a little bit with being this tight pack racing, guys, it can upset other cars out there and cause.
Boom! He's just excited to be back in the race car.
Oh.
He wanted to give you that bear hug from the bottom of the track, man. Come on now.
Well, I just feel bad because I got up in the Pendle and put him in the wall.
Matt BW back here in that 61 car, looking good. Train that green car again. Starting to learn everybody. Trying to see. Oh, look who's up there. Look who's up there on that front row, guys.
Oh, did someone lag out, Boom?
Nobody
started beside Jake.
Yeah, D. Smith
right
is.
there. Howard, Trey, Jackson Strong, all battling back here. Robbie Vid's right there on the outside, working his way back up. He does that methodically.
That happened Thursday.
Yep.
That happened Thursday. Give me 1 minute, guys. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna back out and rejoin back in. Give me 1 moment. It fixed it last time. I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Well, I will continue talking here. We got Jake up front. We got Ed in second, myself in third. Looks like Trey's in fourth behind me. I apologize if I'm not going to get in a lot of detail, as you know, I am driving right now. It is not exactly. Trey backs out a little bit, and I've got to run on the inside of Ed, though, going down the backstretch, head into 3 as Jake still holds the lead. D. Smith sitting there on the outside, Trey in 4th. Definitely some hard racing up here, guys. Here comes, I think that's the 61, my other teammate, Matt B. Dub. See that Toyota front end.
Let's see if I fix it, because it happened.
All right, caution is out. I'm not sure what happened. It was far enough back I couldn't see, but.
I'd say it happened prior to this week. It actually happened beginning of the season, I believe, actually. It happened the same way.
I gotta say, heart was beating there for a second.
Yep, D. Smith's back.
Just beating just a little bit, huh?
A little bit.
I got D. Smith back.
Take her thumping.
Bump. Yeah, it's definitely going right now.
Sometimes we get the moments behind the wheels of these cars that remind us that we're still alive.
Dude, that was me at Dover in the truck series in development, man. I was up on that wheel so much trying to keep Robbie behind me. That was fun.
All right.
T-Clay Jake on the front row, and PP Boomer right behind him. Yeah, and T-Clay and Jake, he said they had a good little race earlier, and he said he might have snuck out Jake one time in one of those public lobbies. So T-Clay is definitely one to be watched, but you know Jake's going to come back for redemption. He's always fast. Boomer's right there on the inside. Jake pulls down in front of Boomhauer. Woodruff right there behind him. Yep. Oh, look at that. T-Clay and that Toyota starting there. Boomer pushing Jake down the backstretch. Remember that draft. Be careful, Boomer. Woodruff to the inside. 61 about right there, and PP right behind him.
Oh,
That black
boom!
and yellow. I mean
Oh,
that
what a good way to
that
hold
blue and
that
yellow
line.
car running that high side. Car comes to the inside, mows a little bit of grass. Believe that was Robbie Ditz. No harm, no foul for these guys. They sticking in it full throttle around this track, while breathing it just a little bit. Roofer to the inside, no pit.
God.
Boomer touches the wall. Edo to the inside, stay in it. Boomer, stay in it. Our good friend Warpig, he always likes watching, and I learned this from him. Stay in it, stay in it, stay in it, boys. Still going 3 wide in the back, trying to get room. Car hard into the wall up there.
They just
Little
pushed
bit
a
of contact.
4 wide. I think it was bad for you racing, I believe. Yeah, they pushed a 4 wide situation out of that corner. It just didn't work.
Guys, look at this battling that we got going on right now. Jake to the outside, Woodruff pushing T Clay. Right behind that's Matt B Dub, and T Clay into the wall. Roofer pushing, no pit. That's unfortunate for T Clay. He's been super fast. Boomer coming right up behind him. Going to change the camera angle, but stay in it, boy. You can come back up there. You ran up there. Woodruff up here looking real strong. He's been a name to always say, but we got Jake, we have Roofer, we have No Pit Pendle, we've got Jackson Strong.
Oh my God, dude, the battle, dude, this is points battle here, guys.
Look
These
at this, yes.
top 5 right now are actually, I mean, majority of the top 5 is a points battle right now. But let me look back here, guys. As last time I checked, it was a 50-point gap between Pendle and Jake coming into this race.
No, the point tree is going off playoff points.
New leader, NP Roofer.
I meant for right now, wise, like where it sits.
No. For right now, because Mills didn't reset them after the end of the round last week. The playoff points is the only thing that's separating them. So Jake's in front, then Pendle. Okay. So it goes by the playoff points. That's what they start each round with.
Pendle on the wall a little bit.
4 wide. There's
Woodruff to the outside. Jackson pushes him. Robbie right back up there with it. Boomer right there too. Woodruff to that high side. We're still seeing him go 2 and 3 wide. Boomer, you were the meat. A brown sandwich right there, buddy. The wheat bread.
That was very
I went
smart.
to the low side. I was the bread. I avoided every bit of that.
Robbie
that was
did.
very smart, though, guys. I was on board with Jake. Jake literally let out the throttle and let everybody go, and he's going to work his way back up. I watched that because he was in a situation.
D. Smith.
Ooh, 5 wide. Holy Nikes. Yeah,
I will have to apologize to Jake for that. I was not trying to pinch him off, but D. Smith just pinched me off.
I pinched one off earlier.
Wow!
Oh, big wreck. Boom. We got Boom. We got Trey. We got Bad for You.
That's my bad. I didn't mean to distract you so bad with that joke.
And there looks like there's not going to be a caution.
No, there's not.
Just got a message out there, Roughneck Outlaw. One of our good friends raced with him quite a bit. He says, I think I'm going to come try some of this giggity stuff out. I hear so much about it. Come on down with your bad south, as he would say, Roughneck. We do what we do. We'd love to have you over in the development series with this great racing that we have. Look at this, guys. Look who's leading. That's Jackson Strong up there. Jake to the inside of...
I'm going to tell you now.
Robbie on the outside, too. 3 wide. Robbie touches the wall. Woodruff pulls in behind Matt. Jake's trying to chase these 2 cars down in front of him.
I'll tell you right now, Puddin', it's going to be very interesting next season. Because give you guys an example wise, you see this is the class of the field here.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What did he say?
He said looking good, Asian Robbie. Get it.
But no, guys, I'll give you guys a perfect example here, right? So this is literally our Xfinity Series bracket here. We does most of the week. Our developmental series, this was the first time we had to run 2 races Friday night because we had so many people sign up. We have 96, well, some of them are captains in there, but we have 96 to 97 drivers in developmental just looking for spots so we can fill in next season.
Yeah.
I have lost audio. I can still hear y'all, just not the cars.
That's not good.
Yeah, good thing you don't have to shift here. It is unfortunate. I've had that happen, and it stinks. But look at these guys up front. Jake's trying to chase these 2 guys down. We got Jackson right there.
Rupert. Jackson takes the stage.
Yep. Jackson, Rupert, and Jake.
I'm going to leave the chat party and try to join back again.
Alright, if not, I'll pop you an invite, Boom. Or pop an invite to him.
Yep.
I can't because I don't want a blue screen here.
ever gonna go stage 3 racing, guys. That's awesome to see. You know, we've had 2 different stage winners, MP Roofer being in the second, and he got the first one though. So he's on a mission, man. He's been working, like I said. I talked to him and Ed though a little bit earlier. Both of those guys working real hard at both tracks. Like K-Taddy said in the chat. I mean, everybody in Giggity works so hard, but my goodness, MP Reaper does so much for the community of Giggity. He works on his cars, Heat 4. He is just one well-rounded Heat 4 NASCAR guy, and he's a great guy to be friends with. You know, so MP Roofer's looking to put the black and white under his belt tonight. He's got a green and white. We got him racked and we got him stacked. We're going back to Green Flag Racing, Shadow and Boom.
Oh yeah.
Arch, how you doing out there, man? I haven't heard too much from you.
Arch is just chilling. Just sitting here watching some good racing here at Atlanta, man. These boys are doing some crazy battling, getting real spread out, getting real close. It's just fun to watch, man.
Unfortunately, I still have no audio.
Yeah, you'll have to close the whole application to open it, so you're going to be without audio for the rest of this race, Bubba.
Don't bother me.
I can go.
Yeah, if you want, we can make the noise for you guys. But
It's just a little bit quiet, I will say, as D. Smith catches the wall in front of me and Robbie goes spinning out from the ricochet.
Wahoo! Oh, sorry, my bad. That was a motor blow. My bad, guys.
NP Roofer still up there leading. Jackson Strong trying to chase him down. T. Clay right behind him. And Ed, though, in that blue and yellow car. Right there in fourth. Behind him is Woodruff. Trying to see the car behind that. I believe that's Matt BW, Jake Trey. Oh, bad for you and Boomer back there. Again, I'm trying to remember everybody's name. Ed, though, gets real loose. Cuts the car. Cuts the grass just a little bit. No, he stays in it, though.
Etho got kind of pushed below. I don't know.
It looked like they were running 3 wide right there, so coming through
I
like
just jumped on
exactly
Woodruff.
easy.
Yeah, I looked at Woodruff's stream and I saw him go down on him. That's what I'm...
It's
New leader,
tough.
guys. Jackson Strong to the inside of MP Roofer. T. Clay pushes the issue, gets into the side of MP Roofer
I'm
just a little bit.
I'm very impressed with Jackson Strong.
I've raced with him in Heat 3, raced with him in Heat 4 quite a bit. He's one heck of a guy, one hell of a driver, you know, so it's... let's get this straight. He is driving for Robbie next year, but he is still underdog, so we know who he is. There you go, K-Taddy. So,
I'm just impressed. He's had a rough season.
T-Clay and Jake going 2x2, guys. Jake gets around T-Clay.
See, that's the thing, though. Jackson came off with a rough season, coming in strong, though, which is pretty impressive.
Well, see, it makes it interesting because entering tonight, Roofer was only 2 points behind Jackson Strong. I guarantee you Roofer thought he had something going whenever he got that first stage win, but now Jackson got that second stage win, that stretches it right back out to 2 again. So
2-3 wide back there with you, Boomer, with Ed being right in front of you guys. Jake's
Trey.
Go ahead, Ed to the inside. Excuse me, Jake to the inside of MP Roofer, trying to track down Jackson. T. Clay back to 4. Sorry, guys, to this position. Oh, and MP Roofer slides the rear of that Mustang around, coming off the corner.
And he's spinning.
Oh, no. Got a little loose trying to stay in it. Still don't see that caution. They're going to keep going until we see that yellow.
He's got a lot of damage, too.
That's unfortunate. You know he is super upset. Boomhauer. Maybe it's a great thing that you are in car that way, and it'll keep you calm just a little bit, buddy.
Oh, I'm doing all right in here. Like I said,
Jackson
it's tight
Strong,
racing.
Jake T. Clay. Running 1, 2, 3. Then trying to see who that other car is right there. I think that's Bad For You right there, and right behind Bad For You is Boomer. Nope, that's wrong. Clicked wrong there. But there's Woodruff, excuse me.
Yeah, that's Bad For You's running 8th, and I'm in 9th.
Yep. Yeah, that's Woodruff. Sorry there, buddy. Trey to the inside of Ed, though. We see him come off the corner. Matt BW back here battling real hard with Boomer. Then Trey. Bad For You and Ed, though. And he got 5 cars back here. Boomer looks like he's going to stick it out right there on the low side and let these guys battle it out so they go 3 wide. Smart move on your behalf, Boomer. Up here, T. Clay pushes Jake down the front straightaway, makes an inside move on him. T. Clay to second. Jake holding strong on that outside. We know how you can get a good drive off of that. Pulls into the draft right behind T. Clay. Jake says, come back here, newbie. He's, well, not necessarily newbie, but welcome back, but I'm going to come get you. That's what he wants to say. Jake to the inside. Jackson Strong, this is giving him a chance to pull away. Jake makes the pass on T. Clay. T. Clay pulls it back down. Woodruff right there with him. We got 3-car battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, guys.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. It's actually looks like. I mean, the battling. They still might be battling, but it's actually calmed down a
Oh,
little bit now. It's not as frantic. As soon as I say that, it looks like they went 3 wide up front. So I'm
man, it
just
Just
looked
let
like,
like
I
everybody know
TK
too.
gave Jake a little nudge going in that turn one there.
don't want to give nobody a commentator curse.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna
everybody
do
tells
that
me all the
on
time
one.
that I gotta breathe, so I'm trying to get the old lady to bring a bottle of oxygen home to help me in between races and stuff, guys. I don't think it's
That
going to
would
happen,
probably
but I'm
help.
trying. Yeah, I get told that all the time. You gotta breathe. Sorry, the racing is so intense, and once you start getting to know the numbers, you'll be able to do it. I don't mean to cut you guys off up here in the booth. I just get so excited, as we all know, and I enjoy it up here. Jackson Strong starting to pull away. Jake in second. Woodruff right behind him. T-Clay says, "Come back here, guys. I still want to play with you."
Well, these
Trade to
guys
the
out here, they all know there's still a lot left in this third
Oh
stage. I
yeah, we
mean,
still got 30 laps to go.
ain't nobody trying to force the issue. There's still 2 more pit stops, or at least 1 more pit stop that's got to be made. So yeah, these guys are going to be
Two.
heads up for the rest of it. 2. Okay, I thought it was
Robbie
going to be
Vids.
2, but I wasn't sure.
Robbie Vids coming off the pit lane, it looks like might go a lap down to see how that strategy works back for him. Can he get it back? Woodruff right on the back of Jake, pushing him down the straightaway. Jake gets just a little bit loose. Woodruff to the outside. T-Clay going to follow Jake. Jackson Strong just keeps inching and inching away, guys, by these guys battling. T-Clay makes one heck. Well, that's why Jake's going to the pit lane. Pit strategy is coming to happen. We are seeing green flag pit stops right now from our leaders.
I was going to say, Robbie being right outside the top 5, man, when he made his pit stop, if these guys don't stop soon, they're losing about a second a lap to him. So he's going to make up a lot of ground after making that pit stop earlier.
MP Roofer coming off the pit lane. Still, I don't know if that's the glitch or if he just didn't repair that damage from that unfortunate accident. Our first stage winner. Heavy damage, heavy accident, and he was looking forward to do well, jumping on board with Robbie. He's back there by himself. Jackson Strong, the leader himself, coming to pit lane. Boomer coming down. And then, who's that, 61? That's Matt B.
Matt
W.
B.
Right there.
Dub.
Yep. So Boomer and Matt coming to pit lane. T-Clay right on the back of Woodruff. Trey right there with him. Bad for you racing. Still 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like up here, guys. They gotta have made their pit stop. But if everybody else is going to pit, they're going to have to do it soon. You don't want to mess your strategy up. I am the worst at that. I know. You guys tell me that all the time. T-Clay to the inside, right behind Woodruff. Woodruff coming down to pit lane. T-Clay still staying out. That's bad for you. Oh, bad for you comes out. Woodruff comes out. So yeah, T-Clay still stayed out, so I don't know what his strategy is going to be, but I do believe he's our leader right now because of that.
I think he
And
might be trying to stretch it out to closer to breaking up these next 2 stops.
I've had T-Clay crew chief for me before, and that's a race that I didn't run out of fuel at, so believe it or not, he is good at pit strategy. He knows what he's doing, but everybody else has their under strategy. On board with Matt BW coming out, Boomer right behind him. We have Jake out here by himself. Woodruff now coming to pit lane. Looking on board with Ed, though. Ed's right there. He's chugging along. Jackson Strong. Roofer, like I said, I can't tell if that's still damage or the glitch, because sometimes it, I know it
Yeah,
hits
after you
me
repair
hard.
it, it still stays. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like TK's gonna come this time. I just have a feeling.
he has to. I'm on board with
Yeah.
him right now. I mean, he's got to be running low on fuel. I know he's been trying a new strategy. I know, and he's been trying to save. He's been doing that all day. He is slowing down, coming through the corners of Pierce. Yes, T-Clay, the leader, right now, coming to pit lane. No speeding penalty. Stay smooth, stay clean. Get forward fresh. He's belly full of fuel. Make that adjustment. Come back out strong. But let's see where that puts him after the pit stop.
So I'm gonna go back to Jackson because I feel like Jackson is the leader off that.
I cannot tell you. I'm not that far up.
I think he is, and Jake's
think
right
with the,
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if that's the way it worked out, I believe you are correct. But again, something I wish they could do is at the scroller at the top, not just put names up there, but put their positions as they change. Something I think they can do, and that would help us out up here in the broadcast booth. And I know they have a lot of leagues out there, and they know they have a lot of people who do broadcast. So something
a
to
lot
look
of people
forward
want
for.
that. So.
Yeah. So, but they did they made leaps and bounds
Yep.
and
Jackson
strides.
takes the lead.
Yep, there it is. Jackson to the lead. You're right after the pit strategy. So.
Yeah, T-Clay
Alright, so
actually lost a lot.
Where's TK
Trying to
right
pick,
now?
trying to remember how many laps you can get here on a tank of fuel. I know that
16 to 17.
16 to 17. I know your tires most likely will go out before the fuel, depending upon how you're driving and with tire wear set up. But I've seen that quite often. The tires go before the fuel. So
Yep.
Well, this is the
If-
roughest
if
track
you
in the
can-
game, so.
Yeah, if you can get your tires to last your fuel run, you'll be great. Sorry, this is awkward silence. Not having my audio right now.
Sorry, guys. I just stepped away for 1 quick second.
It feels weird. I mean, not hearing the engine, not hearing the spotter, not hearing anything like that. You know, the lap counts, all that stuff that you normally hear. It's literally just quiet, other than y'all. So it's definitely an eerie feeling.
Well, guys, you guys just talked about fuel saving, and someone just joined the broadcast chat there. The guy, the one and only Creed, that's known for fuel mileage.
Oh, Creed.
Yeah, he's in there. The one and only that's literally legendary for saving fuel.
Yes, I remember a couple races in our Cup Series last year on Heat 3. I know he got a win at Kentucky by saving fuel like that. Literally pulled onto the pit road on the last lap and let pit road pull him across the start-finish line to win that race.
Jumping back on board with Jackson Strong here, guys. Jake's starting to reel him down. So, again, with the way that everything worked out, I do believe this would be for position with Jackson Strong and Jake.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely for the lead, for battle for the lead.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm going to see how much it lost. Puddin', where is Jake and Jackson right now racing? Like, what
they are going in turn 2.
Yep.
So, T. Clay lost a racetrack and a half on them. Because he's just entering one now.
A racetrack and a half?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. No, he was running like 3rd or 4th whenever he pitted. Now he's running, I think, 9th. So he lost about 5 spots waiting as long as he did to pit.
Okay, yeah. I was just going to say, when he said
but
racetrack and a half, that would have put him a lap
down. We're going
down.
to have to pit before him as well again. But then again, he'll have to turn around and pit one more time at least. So it's,
dude, I had to clinch a little bit there.
Yeah, on the inside of Roofer, Jake to the inside of Jackson. Roofer giving him a lot of respect right now. They touched us a little bit.
It's a door-to-door.
Battling.
Nope, Jackson still held it back. Toyota on Camaro crime happening right here. Jake going to the high side and following behind him.
You said Prius?
Toyota on Camaro crime, Chevrolet crime.
It's a Toyota, yeah. It's the Prius in the lead right now, and then we got the man eating Camaro behind him.
I didn't say that, guys. You can't get mad at me. Jake to the inside of Jackson right now, and starting to pull away from Rupert.
Oh, that is such a good side-by-side battle.
Oh, they touched just a little bit coming through the front dog leg. Jake still the inside, Jackson on the outside. There's his battle right
battling
there.
so hard.
Jackson holds it up, keeps it off the wall, lost some momentum, stays back, get it though. Jake to the lead, new leader, that 10 car.
What a battle, man. Oh, no, Jackson said, no. You're not doing me like that, buddy. Let's go again.
Racing this hard for these guys, though. They have to be. They have to know what they're doing on pit strategy because this is only eating tires and fuel up for them. So they have to know what they do. But you don't want to lose that leader, though. If you're right there with him, Jackson back to the lead, like you just said. Jake pulls in behind him, running that medium line, coming through. Comes that yellow right there. Jake pulls in behind him. Going to suck up a little bit on that draft. See if he's got anything going for him down the backstretch into 3 and 4, or if he's there he goes, makes a dive to the inside. Don't know if he got loose. Sometimes that can happen here. Jake to the inside. Still Jackson's on the medium. He sticks the nose under.
Oh.
Jake still holds him, still sitting back there. Jackson holds him off, and it looks like Jake is pit strategy. Jake to the pitch. Jackson Strong still's out there by himself now. So yeah, we got second place.
I do miss
we
Creed
are
though.
Coming up on 16 to go.
He's trying to get in right away.
Yep.
He don't race with us anymore, does he, Boom?
I don't know. I haven't heard him in a while, so.
No, he's in the chat. Creed, you still race with Giggity? I haven't seen you in a while, bud.
I don't hear him. How did he? Oh, he joined the
broadcast chat. Yeah. Down.
I've never seen anybody join.
I'm at the chat on YouTube.
Oh.
Sorry, guys, I can't do 2 things at one time. I'm not that multitasking. Just gonna say something here real quick.
I was just gonna say this. If I was Jackson, I'd come in now.
He's gonna lose almost, like I said, it's over a second a lap to fresh tires, and I'm pretty sure that's why T. Clay fell back so far. It was then 3 extra laps they tried to push it, just really lost a lot of ground.
Yep.
Yep. We see Jackson making his pit stop, jumping back on board with Rupert, seeing how Robbie's doing. Robbie's holding his car back here. I know he loves Atlanta. I got so sick and tired of Atlanta in Heat 3 because of him. That's all he wanted to do. And then we come over here, and he's like, hey, let's go to Atlanta. I'm like, damn you, Robbie. But Robbie loves himself some Atlanta. Jumping on board T-Clay again. He's
We
falling
see
back.
Boom going
Robbie
to pit
pulling
road
up
now.
behind him.
I really love Atlanta on Heat 4 because I like the tire wear. I like the way that it destroys your tires. If you have a ill-handling car, you're going to have to pit way more than everybody else. I like throwing it on ×4 and making it as difficult a race as possible.
I'm wondering if Robbie and T-Clay are going to try to work together as they make a pass on the car coming off the backstretch right there. I'm wondering to see if they're going to work together. Again, T-Clay is driving for Shin Motorsports next year. T-Clay to the pits as Robbie goes by him, so that answers that question. But he has no points or anything like that for tonight. Just out there being glad to be back at Xfinity. Like I said, Boomhauer and I, we talked to him a little bit. Arch, we've talked to him. He was so excited the last couple of days, especially after doing so well. Started on the pole for our first development race last night, so great to have you back there, T-Clay, buddy.
And T-Clay is the leader on pit road right now.
T-Clay on pit lane, so let's see how this works. Going to jump back here for Bad For You Racing. Bad For You is obviously bad for this field because he is super fast. See how his strategy works out for him.
Some guys, I don't know what that was. I just jumped on Etho. I don't know if he missed pit road, he's out of gas, or what, but his car stopped on the front.
Yeah, he's
stretch.
on the infield. He's below the yellow line right now, staying out of people's way. So I don't know if that's had something for him. He was looking really fast, and he had a great showing the other night. And a lot of people don't know this, but he got his wheel. It was a gift from his father, and guess what? He raced Atlanta and Canadian the first night on the wheel and put on one hell of a show. He's even on the all-time leaderboard now at Canadian with that wheel. So when I was practicing with him earlier, he said he's back on his controller. I just don't know yet, but it's awesome to have Ed back here. We all know the story. Thank you to everybody out there. Ed's been so thankful too. So he's been trying to go back up and say, hey, I'm going to put this Deuce Mustang up front.
So I don't know what happened with pit stops. I'm actually watching Jake's stream.
Jake's on pit lane right now.
Yeah,
yes, he is. He's back on pit road.
NTT. Yep, I'm on board with No Pit Pendle right now. So another Ohio boy. Great to have you out there. Him, Nanner, Fred, and No Pit, man. All three of us the other night talked for just a couple minutes. Makes me do miss Ohio. I just don't miss that cold Ohio weather. But
Yeah, it doesn't miss you guys either.
I don't know. No, it doesn't miss me whining and crying like a little girl every day about it, man. I did too.
Something happened on pit stops, guys. I don't know what happened with Jackson, but I jumped on his stream now to see where he's at. He's actually in 7th out of that pit stop earlier.
I wonder if people haven't pitted yet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because thing is, right now,
because I pitted as well, and I'm back here with him.
yeah, I don't know
You
if
might
it
have got
might
a
have
penalty
been.
coming in, guys.
Yeah, I was just going to say speeding penalty possibly. Good call, Arch. On board with Woodruff right now. Woodruff to the outside of Jake. Jake and Woodruff pulling up behind his blue Boomer mobile.
So here comes
D.
the
Smith
bad
said he
part.
was lagging. I thought D. Smith lagged out. Just saw a message up there. It says he is lagging, but I thought
He is lagging
lagged
bad.
out.
No,
I
he
see
was
his
still
car
in the
on pit
race,
lane.
but no, he's still racing, but it's pretty bad.
So here's the,
Unfortunate for him. He is so fast, and a lot of people give him grief for lagging out, quite a bit. He is so fast, man, and to have that happen to him so often, it's got to be extremely frustrating. As we see Jake to the inside of Woodruff. I wonder if this is for position.
I was gonna ask that to Boom. Is he on the lead lap or is he a lap down?
Who?
Jake. Is he behind you right now on the lead lap?
Do not know.
Robbie coming out of the pits.
I don't think he is.
I think. Let's see. The only people I see T-Clay 4th, Jackson 5th, myself 6th, Woodruff 7th, and Matt B. Duggan 8th.
Okay,
I
then
don't
yep.
know where Jake
and he's
is.
a lap down because Jake's behind you.
And he pitted again. I did not. He pitted twice. He literally went down pit road,
Jackson
and then
behind
pitted
T-Clay.
again.
Boomer behind him. Sorry, Jake behind Boomer. We got a four-way battle for position, correct?
Nope, Jake is a lap down.
Jake is a lap down. So, but
Yes,
Jackson
he
and
is.
Boomer is for what, fourth, fifth, and sixth? Because you said T-Clay
Yep.
is in fourth. So Jake's a lap down, trying to race these guys, but he wants his
Jake is
lap
in
back.
ninth.
Jake is in ninth, a very unfamiliar position. It's not weird. I mean, it's really weird to see that T-Clay pulling Jackson and Boomer around. Jake to the high side of them. This is a good three-car battle for position.
And we've got 5 laps to go.
5 laps to go for fourth, fifth, and sixth back there. Jake to the inside. Cut Boomer up just a little bit. Jake makes the pass. Jackson in the wall. Again, that was for position, and Jake was not on the lead lap there.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to dive it in and get to the inside. From my point of view, it looked like he might have caught the apron and came back up. We know how, it don't really wreck you catching the apron. It just sends you back up the track. It's notorious for it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened there. I don't think Jake would do anything like that intentional.
Nope, I agree with that. Not one bit. He just wants to get around you guys.
Who's the leader right now, Boom?
Bad for you is.
Bad for you is leading this race, jumping on board with Bad for You as we see that battle back there. Boom, I'm going to let you keep us updated on that. I see no pit penalty here behind Bad for You.
If it's close for fuel mileage, that guy is a fuel mileage king, I'm telling you. I've been doing a lot of racing with Bad for You, and he's been stretching fuel at tracks that I never thought you'd be able to. He's definitely a magician of that.
Is Pendle behind him for the lead right now, though?
Is he in second? Okay, so that's it. We got like I said, T-Clay, Jackson, and Boomer were back there battling position. Jake got around them right there. So that's for, third, fourth, and fifth that we were watching this battle up here, guys, with Bad for You and NPP himself, No Pit Pendle. Let's see if he's got anything for you, Bad. But I don't know. Everybody's strategy is a little bit different. I'm assuming they are good on fuel because of where they pitted. They know
one to go, ain't it? Boom.
Two to go.
2 to go. Oh, come on. I mean, I'm not trying to be biased, but Bad for You's my teammate. Or my crew for next season, so we're looking to see how well he's going to be for him here. I'm rooting for him.
I know No Pit Pendle and Robbie have been working a lot here lately too, trying to get
No
back
Pit
up.
might have started sputtering.
Yeah, he backed off a lot.
Yeah.
No, but going to the 1 to go, boys. The NOCO 1 to go here.
Who saved and who didn't? Looks
I
like
think
Trey's
Pitt ran out.
too.
Yeah, no Pit Pendle looks like he's backed off just quite a bit. And Bad for You, still under full throttle, it appears. So I bet No Pit Pendle's going to be happy to go home with a second position right now. But we're going into 3 and 4.
That guy's a magician. He pulled this out of nowhere.
He was running mid-pack most race.
And that's how he is, man. I'll tell you guys what, man. If you guys ain't never raced with Bad for You, I race with this guy every day. He's one of probably my favorite drivers to race with. He's 5th through 8th fast, but he gets
the
first
tire
place
crossing
results.
the start-finish line.
He always gets 2 to 3 more laps on every fuel run than everybody else. This guy makes it stretching it, and he's awesome to race with, man. He's real respectful, real clean. So it's awesome to see him get up here and get a win today, man. Congratulations, Bad for You, buddy.
That is going to hurt. It looks like Roofer finished 13th with Jackson finishing 5th. That is 8 positions, so that is definitely points that Roofer is going to lose, as it looked like he lagged out.
Actual confirmation, I think his PSN ran out, Boom.
Oh, that would be twice that we have had somebody's PSN run out in the middle of a race. It happened to Jake.
Not too long ago. Yeah, Jake at Martinsville.
See, but I don't understand it, because doesn't PlayStation send you guys notifications too?
No,
I get one 7 days, but
mine's auto refill.
I get a notification 7 days from PlayStation before my PS account runs out.
Yeah, with
Heck, mine's running out soon in February, so I gotta get mine.
Yeah, that's nice.
Whew. Well, as soon as this becomes official, we got Bad for You, No Pit Pendle, T-Clay, myself, Jackson Strong running up the top 5. We've got Matt B-Dub and Trey finishing on the lead lap. And then Jake, Robbie, yeah, not the greatest. I'm curious to what happened with Jake to get him a lap down.
I think
that's the first time I've ever seen Jake finish a lap down.
He was short on fuel. Like, I was on the stream, he was like, I think maybe a lap or 2 short. I believe.
He had the fastest lap with a 4:15.
Sorry, guys. Wife woke up. Wanted to talk to her just for a split second. Man, that was
Well,
great for bad for you, man. That was awesome.
someone in the broadcast just said nicely done, babe. I'm guessing that would
Well,
be bad for you's girl. I'm guessing.
And
yeah, I
I'm
would say,
going
yeah,
to
that would say that. I would have to
close
assume
this
that's a
out.
significant.
Well, Mrs. Bad for You, we appreciate you showing love and support and being out here watching the races, and I know that Bad's gonna love seeing that in the comment section when he gets out of the car tonight.
So we did see a couple different people start on the pole. We saw Jake be a contender. We saw a couple people running up front too. Man, this is awesome. And guess what? One of my favorites coming up. Not only are we turning left, we're going to turn right, and we're going to go north of the border to do it, man.
Wait, you mean the track that you love to run out of fuel on, right? Not the one that
Yes,
you like
that
to run on.
track.
Oh, yeah. Hey, just because I love to run it doesn't mean I don't love to run on the field too, man. You got to have two loves in life. Those are both
All right,
of my
boys.
favorite things to do.
Well,
Heck yeah.
boys, I'm gonna cut it off right now. We'll be back, and we'll have
Ooh.
Jake in the booth for Canadian Tire here, guys, for our
Yep.
in-race supporter. Appreciate you, Bim, coming in for in-race supporter in Atlanta here, man.
Hey, good luck,
Absolutely, man.
Boomhauer, man.
Yeah,
I
good
know
run.
that you've been working really hard at Canadian. I know you had a little bit of, like we said, that putting horsepower chassis underneath you. You adjusted it on your slider, on the custom, but buddy, let's see what you can do on the slider. You know that track inside and out. You cuss at me and yell at me every time we run it in fun lobbies, but guess what? It's paying off now, isn't it?
A little bit.
All
We'll
right,
see.
yeah. All right, there we go. I'll take that. We know Boomer, so I'll take that as a okay. Great to have you guys. This is Pud Shadowgrim Arch. Boomhauer is your in-race reporter. Just got done watching Atlanta's. We'll see you in 5 to 10 at Canadian Motorsports Park with Jake being our in-race
Sounds
reporter.
good.
You all be safe.